Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Patriots going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Shift together here from the D-line. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Well, we know Brady relies so much on Julian Edelman, about 10 targets per game this year. But Chris Hogan obviously came to life against the Steelers. Well, he did before that, but he can have an impact, too, in this Super Bowl.
He certainly can, and that's the beauty of Tom Brady playing quarterback. If you find your way open, he will find you. So I think Chris Hogan could have an impact on the game. Martellus Bennett at tight end could have an impact. Danny Amendola from the slot position could have an impact. And, of course, throwing to the backs, James White and Dion Lewis. So, Tom Brady, if you're open, he will definitely find you.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. When you look at X factors in the Super Bowl, LeGarrette Blount, he could be one. Now the question, how will they use him? Divisional round, not many carries, and then he did get a lot of carries leading into the Super Bowl, so we'll see how they handle it.
Atlanta's defense is built on speed. Look at the linebacker position. They are run, chase, hit guys. The secondary, speedy, can cover. The test for them is, can they handle a heavy running game? That's why I think LeGarrette Blount is a bigger factor in this Super Bowl than he was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to want to control the game with their running game, and Blount will be a key factor, much more so than Dion Lewis and James White catching passes out of the backfield.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
They go to Elliott again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And you get a look at the defense. It was the top scoring defense in the entire NFL. They look pretty good against Pittsburgh. They'll be playing in another Super Bowl. How do they do it? Because they don't have household names at every position.
And that's a great point and a great question, because when you go out and talk to the average fan, name 10 guys, name 5 guys on the New England defense, they're often hard-pressed to do it. But picking up Kyle Van Noy midseason and turning him into a cover guy and doing a nice job, and he punched one free in the AFC Championship game. And take a look at Alan Branch holding down the middle against the Pittsburgh run defense. They may not be household names, but they know how to coach them up, and they know how to plug them into the right places.
That's right. If it's a game of chess, the Patriots always move the right pieces.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Time running out here on the play clock. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
And the Patriots getting ready to go again on offense. And, Charles, you and I get a stat pack before every game. At the top of this one for the Patriots, the first note was that they're on their way to their 9th Super Bowl appearance. That is something. Most of any team.
And 8 of those since 2001. Would that be accurate?
That
because
is accurate.
The first one was Super Bowl 20. That didn't go very well against the Bears. But since that time, they've become the predominant team, going to Super Bowls and winning them. What a franchise.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Blunt, the lone running back. On first down, Brady. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Again, here's Blunt. LeGarrette Blunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt, 35 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Let's go.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Let's go.
second down. Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Pardon me, sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Prescott on 1st down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Well, you think of all the years, speaking of Witten, that he's been around, but that touchdown catch he had against the Packers in the playoffs this year, that was his first postseason career TD.
Come on. That's
first,
not true.
yeah.
That's not true. Where did you get that stat?
Now, that's not as much his fault as their lack of postseason appearances, but it was his first.
That's for real? That's legit?
That is legit.
Hard to believe.
Still, this is a guy that hasn't missed a game since his rookie season in 2003.
And I don't think he's going to miss a game in 2017 either. I think he's energized and wants to come back and chase the ring. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Prescott again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
A 1st down carry by Elliott, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, flush to his right. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll begin here with Blount. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Bennett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady gives now to Blount. And some room to maneuver. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. So now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Bull. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Nice play, baby.
And now a first down following that long gain. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, if you like to see guys play the game hard, if you like to see the guys be aggressive, if you like to see the guys maximize their ability, you're talking about Julian Edelman, aren't you?
Yeah.
What a game he had in the AFC Championship against Pittsburgh.
118 yards and a touchdown, and now he'll look to do what he did in Super Bowl 49, where he was over 100 with a score as well.
And he's just one of those guys that if he's on the field, you have to respect his talent, but you especially respect his passion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Brady. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Second down, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. 82's moving. 82's moving.
Prescott on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And that incompletion gives us a moment here and an interesting tidbit as we look to the Super Bowl coming up. Dan Quinn, last time he faced the Patriots, he was a defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. Lost that game in the Super Bowl. Chance to get revenge.
Chance to get revenge, but even more so, he's a guy leading his team that everyone's going to say a rookie coach in the Super Bowl. First time there. But to your point, D coordinator of Seattle for that game. Defense coordinator of Seattle when they beat Denver in the Super Bowl. So he has Super Bowl experience that he carries into this game, and that should help his team.
What a job he's done this season.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be taken short. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady now on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They come out here in the eye. Shipped together here from the D-line. A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's third down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The play clock's running down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Now Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A first down throw for Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. With that incompletion, have a second here. Let's talk Super Bowl. Falcons, Patriots. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Charles Davis Automotive.
Best customer service anywhere in the world, partner, let me tell you. All right, for New England, they want to be more physical running the football, I believe, with LeGarrette Blount. That way, they control the clock, keep the ball away from Matt Ryan. If you're Atlanta, they want to catch a flyer out of the gate, which means get out to a fast start, make New England chase them, and make sure they get a chance to use those great athletes on offense.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Blount. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it here with Blount. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
On second down, Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. And some room to roam now. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come out here in the I. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run again with Blunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And he's got Bennett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a carry for Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now they'll throw with Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. Finding time. And this one's incomplete. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here.
Come on, let's go.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. On the left side, he finds Beasley. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And they're going to speed things up here.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they'll run him here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
A road win in the National